Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Fanshawe online seminar. And my name is Jay Park. I'm the market leader, as Apple explained. Actually, we have a Philippine office in Manila, and we have a Philippine staff, but she's on medical leave right now. So I'm covering her online section. But I start the Philippine market. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And I have been working at Fanshawe more than 9 years right now. So you can ask me whatever you wanted to know. Then I will answer all of your questions. So Fanshawe College is getting more and more popular in the Philippines. We are getting more and more Philippine students, and most Philippine students are enjoying and happy to live and study in London. So Fanshawe is public institution, public college. Why public college is important? You can have a free education for your children and also good facilities, equipment, and also you can apply PGWP. Most of Philippine students wanted to apply permanent resident, and Apple will explain to you what is the pathway to apply PR after you finish program. But Canada wants you to study and learn Canada education and culture that they prepare to study in Canada first. So Fanshawe College is one of the largest college in Canada. We have 10 different campus, 6 campus in London, and we are also administrative city that we have to cover the small city too. So we have 3 more regional campus in Udustak City, Simcoe, and St. Thomas City. And also we recently opened one more campus in Toronto, which I will explain to you. So this is our main campus. London main campus, over 30 buildings, looks different compared to other colleges. All of the buildings connect. So after you arrive in main campus, you can go everywhere. It will make you comfortable. No raining. You don't have to worry about rain, snowing, hot, cold. Our building always make you feel comfortable for focusing on your study. And many also students wanted to know what is the advantage to study and live in London. Beautiful city, forest city, there are a lot of park, and we are education city and administrative city. So you can expect London has everything, grocery, restaurant, Filipino community, and a lot of companies, government, hospitals, and clinic. There are tons of benefits, advantage to live and studying in London. That's why Philippine students are coming and studying in London. Many students think Toronto schools have most Philippine students. No, it's not. Fanshawe is #1 school which are getting more and more, and most Philippine students are studying. And also, we are not small city. We are 11th largest city, and our population is 533,000, and 2 hours from Toronto by car. But our students usually don't go to Toronto because it's unnecessary. And we have a free airport pickup service. So after you arrive at Toronto airport, we will pick you up, sorry. Second benefit to study and live in London, your living cost will be cheaper. Compared to Toronto, it's 40% cheaper than Toronto. Our Philippine students usually spend between 375 to 450 CAD per month. It includes, of course, room, electricity, Wi-Fi, hydro, water. So you can pretty much save your money. Schools have a same tuition fee. There's no discount because we are public. How you can save your money depends on where you study. And here is a job opportunity. We have a lot of companies, and during the COVID, companies are keep coming too because their rental fee is also cheaper than Toronto. And also related to business industry or game, computer IT, the main head office located in London and Toronto. And also we have a lot of small business around the 1,300, medium business around the 2,000, large business around the 300. So during you are studying at Fanshawe, of course, you are eligible to work 20 hours per week during your academic and 40 hours per week during your holiday, like a vacation. So you will able to get part-time co-op, internship, full-time job during you are studying or after you finish your program. And also our career services center will help you to find a job too. Here's a summary of the London. We are education city because there are a lot of elementary and secondary in public school and Catholic school. And most Philippine students are going to bring their children. If you are going to be Fanshawe full-time student, your children will have free education in London. Our school board will cover the fee for your children, same as Canadian. And living cost, cheaper. And we also provide a bus pass. So you don't have to buy bus pass until you finish your program. So it is extra money to buy bus pass, but you can save your money. $100, $150 per month. So around $2,000 per year, you can save your money. Industry, I told you, we are getting more and more companies. We are also close to America. We also have American companies in London. Healthcare is amazing. You can compare how many health science programs Fanshawe has and other colleges have. We have way more health science programs because we have so many hospitals and clinics. So that's why many Philippine students are choosing one of our health science programs. And especially Victoria Hospital is the second largest hospital in Ontario. And last year, during the summer, Ontario immigration update actually changed the immigration policy. So you have to get the point based on where you study, where you live, where you work. So there are a lot of different pointing categories, but I just pointed it to category. The first, if you study in London, you will get 10 points. If you will study in Toronto, you will get 6 points. If you work in Toronto, 6 points. Working in London, 10 points. So based on the location, the 8 point is different. How you have to increase the 8 point? You have to get higher Ielts. So Toronto students, same point. London students, same point. But London students got Ielts 6.5. If Toronto student wanted to get higher point than London student, you must to get 7.5. That is equal. So 8 point is the same as 1 point IELTS over. You might study IELTS. It is not easy to increase the 1 point over. So it depends on your decision. And here's the information. I just put all of the elementary, secondary, Catholic school, medical, and YMCA because many students are using the YMCA for family too. And they have a special plan for students. So I believe it's around the 250 membership fee for 1 year for family. So you can use it swimming, gym, all of the activities. And you can see how many schools we have in London. Wherever you live in London, your kids will go to school and will be walking distance. So that's why we are saying we are education city. It's a high rank and higher education, good facilities and equipment for all of the children. And also, let's talk of the Fanshawe. Why student wanted to study in Fanshawe? Because we have so many programs, 220 programs, and more new programs are coming next year. Based on your program, your campus might different. So if you will study at Fanshawe, you have to double check which campus you will study. Okay. So at the beginning, I already explained you our main campus. Most of the students are studying, of course, because it is the biggest campus. And we have 43,000 full-time, part-time students are studying together, and also 7,500 international students from 104 different countries. And Philippines is the second largest market for Fanshawe. And also we are getting more than between 700 or 800 Philippine students every year. So in London, we have a Philippine community already. And there are many Philippine restaurants and business. They are already open. And also they are hiring our student as a part-time or full-time too. But other companies also willing to hire Philippine students. So don't worry, most Philippine students already got a job. Many students already got a permanent residence. 15-minute walking distance from London main campus, we have a transportation campus. If you like to maintain the car, you better to study this program. Tons of job opportunity, higher salary, and also it's a 2-year program. We have a different colors based on length of program. Red color is 2-year, green color is 1 year. So of course, I recommend you to study 2-year to get 3-year PGWP. So let's see the 2 red programs, automotive, diesel. Actually, we didn't have Philippine students until 2019, but since 2020, many Philippine students are applying and they are studying right now. Higher salary, I told you, there are a lot of job opportunity, but you have to choose carefully which program are good for you. Automotive, small size, medium, sedan, pickup truck, SUV. If you wanted to maintain those cars, electronic, hybrid, you better to study automotive. Diesel program, heavy duty, construction, like Optimus Prime in Transformer movie. You better to choose the diesel. So that's a difference between the diesel and automotive. And constructions are booming in Canada, in London too. So diesel cars have to use more and more, and products export import between Canada and America more and more. So that's why they also need to maintain. That is the one of the reason why diesel students are getting more and more job opportunity. Automotive, of course, why not? Getting more people always buy car. They also have to maintain every 2 months or every 5 months. So that's why those programs have a lot of job opportunity, and we have 3 different intakes, September, May. And this September still open. If you wanted to study in September, you can apply as soon as possible. And aviation, we also have an aviation campus in London International Airport. This is the same as a transportation programs. We didn't have a Philippine students until 2019, but since 2020, we got few Philippine students. I believe 4 students start in 2020, and in 2021, more than 10 students. Booming right now, aviation. As you know, there are a lot of jobs, and also we have many programs in aviation program. We have the largest campus, and also we have a postgraduate program. If you studied electronic or engineering program, I really recommend you to study aerospace manufacturing or remote pilot. It's a drone. And also next year, you also can apply flight attendants. If you wanted to become the studious, you can study Fanshawe flight attendants program. And also Fanshawe College has a partnership with Air Canada. And we have 2 different downtown campus. This is the first downtown campus, which focus on digital and performing art. So we have a Philippine students, few students in game design, animation, and we are getting more students in interactive media design. And especially interactive media design was not really popular from international students, but since COVID-19, we have students are getting more and more because there are tons of job opportunities created after we have COVID-19. So interactive media design students are usually selling the product or posting their product information in social media. So before COVID, actually companies don't have to really sell their products on social media, but after COVID, even small business owner, they have to advertise their products or food or selling everything through the social media. So that's why what interactive media design will support their business. And customers also wanted to have the same quality of the service through the online. That's why interactive media design is getting more unique right now. And across from the first downtown campus, we have a second downtown campus, which focus on hospitality. Yes, we have a tons of Philippine students that are studying here. We have a lot of Philippine students in baking, culinary, food and beverage, hospitality, nutrition and food and service, special event planning, and professional budget techniques. And also, if you have been looking for the immigration, I believe you know why butchery technique is really important. And also, nutrition and food and service was not really popular from the Philippine students, but this is also getting more popular after COVID. Many people are working, studying at home, getting fat, like me. I don't know. I forgot my previous body. I gained fat a lot because I don't have any business trip. I don't have a meeting outside. I have to do online seminar, online fair, online consulting, everything through online in my office at home, not actual office. So that's why I don't like the activities right now. Don't have time. So someone has to control my food calories. That's what nutrition and food and service can do. So there are tons of job opportunities in Canada too. If you interested in those industry, you better to study this program. And London South Campus focus a few postgraduate program. And here is a popular program from Philippine students: healthcare administration management, retirement residence management, business management, and agribusiness management. And Fanshawe College employment is always higher than other among the colleges in Ontario. So we are always the top, and 90.3%. And this year, last year, even we had a COVID, our employment rate was at 87%. So here's the information how we support the international student to find a job. Career Services Center, I told you, we are the best. We have a lot of employees who will support the international students, and we have a lot of partner companies, more than 8,000. We have actually more than 46 employees in Career Services Center. Most schools have 10 to 15 people in Career Services Center, but we have more than 46. So we invest a lot of money because we understand why getting full-time job is really important for international students. And our Career Services Center will check your resume and cover letter and also help you to improve your interview skill and teaching you how you can find your co-op, part-time, full-time job. And we organize the job fair too. After COVID, we open online job fair. That's how our international students could get a job. And also we organize the Fanshawe Works Workshop. So Fanshawe Works Workshop, we invite our alumni students and they explain to you how they study, how they prepare to get a full-time job, part-time co-op, how they could make a resume, cover letter, everything. So all of the unique information we delivered every intake, January, May, September. It's a free workshop and all of our new students can join and you will get pretty much unique information before you start your program. So this is how we support the international student to get a job in Canada. And we always post those videos in our YouTube. So even you are going to visit our Fanshawe International YouTube channel, you will see the Fanshawe Works Workshop or other program seminar videos. And in Canada, we have 3 different intakes. September is a main intake between September to December. And all of the programs, 220 programs open in September. And January is the second largest intake. So 70% of 220 programs open. And summer is 50% of the 220 programs open in summer. All of the September intake programs are available, so please apply as soon as possible. And tuition fee between 16,000 to 18,000. Most of the programs are same. And also you will spend your money for buying textbook, but you also can buy the used book, so you can save your money too. And accommodation, I told you, between 380 to 450 per month. And admission process, I just pointed you. And if you wanted to get more detailed information, contact Apple Gateway, which is a top education partner in Fanshawe, and no IELTS. Okay, so we don't require IELTS or any English exam, and no entry exam, no English exam. Don't ask us. Okay. If your friends will ask you, have you heard about Fanshawe? Yes. Do they require English IELTS? You have to say no, okay? Because you are attending Fanshawe seminar, telling your students Fanshawe doesn't require IELTS. But if you have an IELTS, you have a chance to get language award, which we have for Philippine students. IELTS academic 6.5, $1,000. And if you have a higher than IELTS academic 7.0, $1,500. So application process, contact Gateway. They're gonna apply for you, and they will waive the application fee. And processing your application only take 4 business days. And after you receive your acceptance letter, you have to deposit for secure your seat, $2,300. And before you process your visa, you will pay first semester tuition fee. Okay, so payment deadline is unnecessary for first year students, because you have to pay your tuition fee before you process visa. So after you get your study permit, please forward it to Gateway, and they're gonna upload your visa in our system, and we will get into your seat. And there are a lot of programs I recommend. Many Philippine students still choosing business, hospitality, and human service, social service worker, developmental service worker, early childhood education, and health science programs. But there are tons of programs, good programs. And Philippine students always ask, which program has a lot of job opportunity, higher salary? Here is the program, okay? So only don't follow other Philippine students. Based on your work experience, education background, you have to choose the right program. That's why we are here for you. Contact us, send us a CV, and we will look at your CV carefully and recommend your program. Okay, here's more recommend programs here too. Okay, and here's more postgraduate programs. But if we are going to our homepage, we have tons of programs are available, so feel free to contact us. And here's the student service learning center. If you wanted to meet other country student to understand different accent, pronunciation, and culture, you better to join our conversation class. And also you have to have a volunteer experience to apply scholarship after you finish your semester. So Philippine students, you guys have a good English, you can be volunteer in conversation class, then you can apply scholarship if you have a good GPA. And reading and writing, you can improve your reading and writing. And international center, we are fully working for international students, 100%, 200%. And also we have an immigration advisors who have a license that we can explain to you how you can extend your study visa, co-op work visa, PGWP. Applying study permit, Gateway will help you, and CIC. But extension, we can help you too. Student success advisor, always available in all of the programs. If you have any specific questions, feel free to contact them. And Career Center, I explained to you. Here is a Fanshawe Care. In International Center, we also have a Fanshawe Care team, which provide a medical insurance, dental, vision, insurance, free bus pass. Right now, we cannot provide a free accommodation, but we still provide free airport pickup service. Okay. And our insurance will start 1 month before program start. So if you are going to be September student, your insurance will start August. So you don't have to buy travel insurance. Here's my contact information. If you have any question, feel free to contact me. But here is our Philippines staff, Ina. She is coming back soon. And feel free to contact Apple to get more detailed information. Or if you wanted to have a one-on-one consulting, feel free to contact Apple. Thank you. Do we have any questions?
Thanks, Jay. Maybe we can answer the presentation after my brief presentation.
All right.
All right, this will be just a basically a 5-10 minutes, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on you.
Drink some water first. All right. Thanks, Jay. All right, so I will basically be talking about student visa pathway to permanent residence. It's really a simple process if you will analyze this. So let me explain how it works. If the goal of studying in Canada is to become a permanent resident, ideally you should take a 2-year program. It's an ideal. Technically, you can take a 1-year program. You can enter Canada as international student. You can work part-time while studying. And then after completing the program, you can get a post-graduation work permit as well. However, the length of your PGWP is usually depends on the length of your program. If you studied for a 1-year program only, you will be given only a 1-year post-graduation work permit. If you studied for a 2-year program, most of the time, the IRCC, Immigration Canada, usually gives up to 3 years of a post-graduation work permit. Why is it important to have a longer post-graduation work permit? It's because the key factor in order for you to become a permanent resident in Canada is you must gain at least 1 year eligible Canadian work experience. Generally speaking, you need 1 year Canadian work experience to apply for permanent resident status. Now, if you were given only a 1-year post-graduation work permit, and let's say it took you 3 months before you land a job, then you will be able to gain only 9 months work experience, which is short on the 1-year requirement. Right? So there are other programs which do not require 1-year experience. That's true. However, most of these programs are temporary. And if not temporary, it's very limited and it will require sponsorship from the employer. However, with 1 year eligible Canadian work experience, you don't need sponsorship from your employer. You just need to provide proof that you actually work for 1 year, right? So that's the advantage of taking a 2-year program, right? Then once you got the 1-year work experience, you will be on your way to permanent resident visa, right? While you are studying, you can actually start working part-time up to 20 hours per week, right? During scheduled school breaks, depending on your program. Sometimes you'll have at least 3 years school break. You can then work full-time during the school break. You're married with kids, you can actually bring them with you to Canada. Your school-age kids, they can actually study for free from kinder until grade 12. And in fact, after 18 months, they will start receiving monthly allowance from the Canadian government through the child tax benefits. Depending on several factors, it could be around, on the average, $500 per month per kid, right? So they're studying for free. They also have the allowance. Your spouse may actually work full-time, and it's quite common. International students become permanent resident in Canada through the spouse. If your spouse will be given a 2-year open work permit, which is coterminous to your study permit. After gaining a 1-year experience, your spouse may already apply for permanent resident status. So it will be faster, right? Now, does it really work? I mean, the student, is it guaranteed? It's actually not automatic. It's not guaranteed, but it sure works. No? Case in point, we are now permanent residents of Canada. That is because my wife studied at Fanshawe, right? My wife studied in 2019. She took a 2-year program. And before the end of 2021, we already got our permanent resident status. So it works. I mean, definitely it works. However, you need to understand that studying in Canada is not a guarantee that you will become a permanent resident. Your choice of program, the city, province where you're going to, it has direct and indirect effect towards your immigration goals. In fact, if you opted for a wrong program, for a wrong school, yes, you may be admitted as international student, but if it's not eligible for PGWP, then you will not be allowed to stay in Canada after you completed your program unless there is an employer willing to sponsor you. So you need to carefully choose your program in school. And if you study at Fanshawe, you cannot go wrong with Fanshawe College. We've already sent many students to Fanshawe College. And those who studied in January 2019, more than 90% of them are already permanent residents. So it is doable, all right? Now, how to qualify? How, are you eligible? There's no many requirements actually, no complicated requirements. There's no age limit, right? We have a student sent to Fanshawe, 51-year-old. She still got the visa and now they're a permanent resident. There's no age limit for student visa. However, if you are already 45 years old and up, it will be extra difficult for you to get the permanent resident status. Still possible, but it might be difficult. It might be harder for you compared with other applicants who are younger, but still possible. I'm telling this not to discourage you, but you need to know this for you to make an informed decision, all right? Perhaps the major requirement here is the finances. I'll explain that later. Processing time for student visa is only around 2 to 3 months, and the start of school is every January, May, and September. If you want to be in Canada this year, that is highly possible. If you will decide soon enough, you can still join the September 2022 intake. May 2022 intake, if you haven't started yet, it could be too late for you. So the ideal start, if you will be just starting, is September 2022. All right, you can still make it. All right. Now, how much do you need to prepare? You need to convince the visa officer that you have the funds to support your stay in Canada for at least 1 year, covering your tuition and 1 year living expenses. Tuition varies, right? Let's assume an average of 15,000 Canadian dollars for 1 year tuition. And if you're single going to Canada, you need to have at least 10,000 Canadian dollars. This 10,000 Canadian dollars pretty much covers your accommodation, food, transportation, and other incidental expenses during your stay for 1 year. So if you're single, you need to have at least 25,000 Canadian dollars. Converted at 40 pesos, that's around 1 million pesos. That's the amount that you need to present convincingly that this is readily available. You also need to understand one of the common reasons why an application is being refused is because of the failure to convince the visa officer that you have the funds, right? So that's very common. So the best way to convince the visa officer that you have the financial capacity is to apply under student direct stream. There are 2 streams for the student visa processing, the regular stream and the student direct stream. Student direct stream is this is the priority processing stream. You have a higher chance of approval. You have a faster visa processing. Their commitment is 30 days or even less. Last year, there was a bit of a delay, but that was already fixed. So the commitment is still 30 days, your visa will be processed. The requirement for you to be processed under SDS is that you need to pay your tuition for 1 year in advance, right? For Fanshawe College, they require a deposit of at least 2,300, but you have the option to pay the tuition in full for 1 year. All right. Of course, the common question here, what if the application is refused and you already paid the 1 year tuition? The tuition fee is refundable. But if your application is refused, we will analyze your case and we will encourage you to refile the application. It happens, right? You also need to open a guaranteed investment certificate account. Simply put, it's your bank account in Canada. Instead of showing that you have 10,000 Canadian dollars deposited under your name in your Philippine bank, you can actually transfer your funds to Canada. And if you do that, then you have a higher chance of approval, right? And another requirement for the SDS stream, for the student direct stream, is the Ielts. Again, Fanshawe does not require Ielts, but if you want to be processed under SDS, you need to take Ielts, all right? Now, it's not guaranteed that if you applied under SDS that your application will be approved, but you definitely have the better chance of approval because, like I've said, top reason why an application is being refused is because of the failure to convince the visa officer that you have the funds. Now, even if you are not applying under SDS, you also have the option to pay your tuition in advance and still open a GIC account. You can do that even without the Ielts. The difference is that your application will be processed under the regular processing stream. All right. Now, I know this is a bit of information, but if you have question, simply type in your question using the Q&A box, and we will be happy to answer your questions later. All right. In fact, I'm on the last slide of my presentation. This is just one of our clients who availed our services. They are now permanent residents in Canada, right? They are both registered nurses. Miss Dana actually studied I think a 2-year program as well, but they become permanent resident because of Sir RJ, who is also a registered nurse. Because of Sir RJ's work experience, they were able to apply for permanent residence, and they are now permanent residents in Canada. All right. So that basically is the end of my presentation. If your question, by the way, is about the fees, how much do we charge, what are the costs involved, how much is the visa fee, biometrics, medical, and other incidental expenses, that's easy really. If you are serious about this, check the sign up link, all right? Fill out the form, and then you will receive the detailed breakdown of expenses via email, all right? Now, if after this session, you still have follow-up questions, talking to us is really easy. You just need to book an appointment. There's the link. You can book an appointment with your assigned case manager. If you don't have an assigned case manager right now, you can simply choose among the listed case managers, and we will be happy to assist you. All right? So we will now be ready to answer your questions. Let me check if we have some questions. Jay, are you ready for some questions?
Of course, I was waiting.
All right. Okay. So, okay. Do you have human resource for graduate school, and how much is the tuition?
Oh, okay. That's great information. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen one more time. Okay, this is our website. So let's go back to main site. I will explain to you how you can find your program. So you ask about the human resource postgraduate program. So you can go to graduate study. So after you click your graduate study, there is a few options you have to click full-time, because all of the international students must be full-time. And you will see all of the postgraduate programs here. And let's see. Is our appropriate order. So let's go to H. There we go. HR management. After you click it, all of the programs have the same layout. So there is a program overview information, and right side there is a categories. So if you're going to click the course, you will be able to see what kind of courses you can study, the tuition fee here. International cost, 1 year, 15,349. So view detail, we already post a fee break. So after you click the level 1, your tuition fee is 7,233.50, and these tuition fee include everything here. Okay, and here is a second semester. Same as a first semester, 7,233.50. Okay, this is how you can find the information, the tuition fee, and every programs have the same layout. So please go to our website and click your program. And here is a program intake and availability. So September still open, so apply.
Thanks, Jay. So here's another question about the scholarship, how to avail of Fanshawe's scholarship grants.
Okay, so we have an entry scholarship I explained you already. Based on your Ielts academic, even we don't require. Ielts 6.5 overall, and each band no less than 6.0, $1,000, and higher than 7.0, and each band no less than 6.0, $1,500. That's our entry scholarship for Philippine students who have an Ielts. It's a first to come, first to serve. And also, after finish each semester, so there are tons of scholarships available between 500 to 4,000 based on your GPA reference and volunteer experience. And each scholarships requires different requirements. So, but you have to prepare many things, but it will depends on your GPA and how you will study at Fanshawe. And you might get 0, you might get 2 different scholarship, 2,000, 1,000, or you might get 3 different scholarships too. So we have many scholarships available. So please study hard and join all of the activities after you start your program at Fanshawe.
Thanks, Jay. All right, here's another question about Toronto campus. What are the programs available at Toronto campus? Would you like to answer that, Jay?
Yeah, of course. Fanshawe College, we're supposed to open the Toronto campus in September, but we decided to delay open the Toronto campus. So actually yesterday, we sent all of the Toronto campus students. We have many Philippine students who already applied for May intake, but we start the program in September. So we will accept more students. So if you wanted to study in Toronto campus, feel free to apply. And we have a few programs available right now, but we consider which programs are popular in Philippines too. So our Toronto campus programs are really popular from Philippine students. This is a hospitality program, which is a 2-year postgraduate. So postgraduate programs are mostly 1 year, but this is a 2-year PG program. And gerontology program is really popular. We have a lot of Philippine students who used to be registered nurse in the Philippines or different countries. And there are many Philippine students. And addictions and mental health. So those programs are 1 year. So if you wanted to study in Toronto only, you better to study 2 years. So I recommend you to apply those 2 programs together. And for the high school grade J students, we also have a 2-year hospitality diploma program, which include the co-op. So those 4 programs are available at Toronto campus right now, but we will deliver the more programs in Toronto campus next year. And after next year, our Toronto campus will be way more bigger than right now. So we just to open the Toronto campus, cannot accept many students and cannot have many programs right now, but next year, after next year, we will be getting bigger.
All right. Thank you, Jay. There's a question about the flight attendant program. When exactly will it be opened? How much will be the tuition? And is there a guaranteed job after graduation from Air Canada or any airline company?
Okay.
Would you like to answer that, Jay? I mean, when is the flight attendant program going to open? How much the tuition? And is there a guaranteed job?
Yes. So back to our website, flight service. There we go. And one of the interesting, they open August. Most of the programs start January, May, September, but this is August. Why? Because Air Canada hired the new candidates and they start training every April. So all of our flight service student must finish before April. But if a student will start September, first semester will be September to December, second semester will be January to April. So they cannot start training. So we start 1 month earlier than other program student. August to November is the first semester. December to March will be the second semester. And if you pass the interview, you will start training at Air Canada. So this is an intake, which is the different. And this is a 1 year and still available for August the intake. And here is the course information, what you will study. And if you click the view all courses, you will see all of the 2 semester courses. And tuition fee is here. So as I mentioned, most of the programs have the same tuition fee. And this is same as human resource, right? It was around the 1,500, but this is also 1,500 too. So first 2 semester is 7,624.90. Second semester is the same as first semester. And here's the fee breakdown. So feel free to go our website and check tuition fee course information. It is not job guarantee, but we have partnerships that you can have interview easily. You have more chance.
Thank you, Jay. There are more questions. Are you still ready? Okay, we'll take more questions. All right. So I completed high school, all curriculum. I'm currently working and I want to study in Canada. Is there a program applicable for me in Fanshawe?
Okay, so we have to know you graduate your high school before 2019 or after 2019, because mostly before 2019, you finished the high school grade 10, after 2019, high school grade 12. Yeah. So it will be different. If you only finish the high school grade 10, you have to study general arts and science at Fanshawe first, and you can study any program, any other programs, because you only study the grade 10. But if you study the grade 12, you can apply any 2-year, 3-year, 1-year certificate program or 4-year degree program. So it will depends on and your high school education background. So please contact Apple. And also if it will depends on your interest, then we can recommend your program. And we need to know what you are doing, what kind of position, what kind of work you are doing right now. If you wanted to have same work experience, but wanted to improve your knowledge or skill, we also can need to find the program which is related to your work experience right now. So please contact Apple and provide more specific your information, then we can recommend a program. Of course, you are eligible to apply Fanshawe, yes.
Yeah, in addition, Jay, I mean, we actually have students who we sent to Fanshawe with the same profile. After completing high school, all curriculum, that's only grade 10.
Right.
He helped his family's business catering or restaurant business. And then I think he already completed the program at Fanshawe. She took a 1-year general arts and science and diploma in business after. So he studied for 3 years. So yeah, that's doable. All right.
Right.
Another question. I'm a teacher here in the Philippines. What program po and how much the tuition? Can I ask if there are a lot of jobs for teacher? Okay. Teaching is a regulated profession in Canada. Okay. To your question as to whether there are a lot of job for teacher, definitely, especially at London, because it's an education city. And what program can you take? It really depends on your career plan, right? There's no rule that if you finish this program, if you work this, if this is what your work, that you need to only take this kind of program. There's no such rule. The thing is, you need to answer. You need to be able to answer the question: how will this program help you career-wise after completing the program and you return to your home country? That should be the question that you need to answer convincingly. So technically, you can take any program that you want as long as it is logical and justifiable. All right. All right. Another question. Okay. What is the advantage of doing it by yourself or hiring your services? Oh, this is a good question. All right. The huge difference is that if this will be your first time to do visa processing, you are more susceptible to common mistakes. And small mistakes may cause huge problem. The advantage you have if you hire our services is that we've been doing this since 1989. We've been doing this for over 3 decades already. So you can bank on our over 30 years of experience. We cannot and we will not guarantee approval of your application, but definitely we can help you increase your chances through proper documentation. So I guess that's the huge advantage. It is not mandatory to hire the services of an immigration consulting firm like us or an immigration lawyer. If you are confident that you can do this on your own, by all means do that. But hire us if you think you need assistance. All right. So do some research, do some due diligence. Can you trust us? Go to our Facebook page, read the reviews of our clients, and from there, make an informed decision. All right. Okay, so do we have more questions? All right, maybe we can take a couple of questions more. Okay. Okay, I'm just checking if there are more questions. Okay. Job availability in London. I'm hearing from other students that there are not many jobs in London. How do you like to comment about that, Jay?
Sorry, could you repeat the last part?
Okay, it's in Tagalog. Okay, basically the feedback he got is that there's not many jobs in London area.
Okay. Okay. Many students are also asking, and because they heard maybe our current students, but it will depends who you will contact, right? So if you contact other students who already got a job, they will say, oh, London has a many job opportunity. London has a jobs available. But you contact someone who didn't get a job. So it depends on who you will explain to. And we have many students, but we don't have many complaints. We have a few. I think if you will not get your job, maybe you better to check yourself, your resume, cover letter, interview skill, or your personality, or your bubble language. Many different things you have to double check. And student also think if a student will not get a job in a city, for example, if you will not get a job in London, you will blame yourself. Oh, London does not have a job. I supposed to start my program in Toronto. There are a lot of job opportunity. Do you think it is right? I don't think so. You will not get your job in Toronto too. So you have to check yourself. What's the problem, right? And also in Toronto, many students think there are a lot of job opportunity. Yes, it's from your view, okay? but you have to see how many people are there. So based on the population, it always has a job availability. So even you think there are a lot of jobs, there are many people. Why Toronto schools are lower employment rate than Fanshawe? Who can explain? Even they have a lot of job opportunity. Why many Toronto students cannot get a job or Vancouver students cannot get a job? Who can explain? That's why it really depends on your skill and depends on who you will contact. Okay. Is it good
Thanks.
enough?
Yeah. I have a perfect example actually, and it's in one of my experience with some of the Fanshawe students. One of our clients emailed me complaining that there's a limited part-time jobs available in London area, blah blah blah, and then I replied by saying, "How come that there are students asking me if they can work more than 20 hours because there are
Right. That's a good answer. Yes.
right, so I don't think the problem is in the city. Right, so if other students are actually wanting to work more than 20 hours because they're, but that's not allowed, right, that's not legal.
Right,
Just
right.
saying that there are opportunities, and Jay is right. Maybe you have to check your resume, how you conduct yourself, how you present yourself, right? So there has to be an explanation why you can't find job while some others they can, right? So there, all right. So here's another question. I graduated nursing here in the Philippines, but unfortunately, I'm currently working as a sales representative for a painting industry. What program is applicable for me for my current job? Would you like to answer that, Jay?
Oh, okay. So you are sales team. So we have a good program in postgraduate. We have a customer relationship marketing and sales management. So let me share the screen. This is a postgraduate program. ABC. Here we go. Customer relationship marketing and sales management. That is, I think that is the perfect program for you. So this is 1 year postgraduate program. After you finish this program, you can add, project management or business analyst. Other programs are available, but the first program could be this program. So it has a January, September intake right now. September is also available, so please apply if you want to start the September. And also here is a course information and tuition fee. See, most programs are same, around the 1,500. Okay, so this is what I can recommend for you.
Thanks, Jay. So another question. If my daughter want to study in Canada, but I'm not in the Philippines, I just print my bank account, isn't it? Okay. I think this is a question about how to provide documentation about the financial capacity. Yeah, the sponsor only need to provide a letter of support indicating the relationship, why the sponsor is providing that support, and how much is the sponsor giving the student, and provide information as well about the sources of your funds. And you need to provide financial documents like bank certificate, bank statement, and other documents to establish the source of your income. So yes, that is okay, that is doable. All right. I guess we've already answered some of the all of the questions. In fact, in addition to the last question, Jay, about the program, if you filled out the form at Gateway to Canada, visit gatewaytocanada.com, click study, fill out the form. we provide admission application assistance free of charge, right? So you just need to fill out the form, and then we will also recommend program based on the information you provided and other preferences that you included in the form. And then we will be processing your application to Fanshawe College. All right. So maybe Jay, some parting words, closing remarks, perhaps.
Well, many Philippine students, most of the Philippine students are enjoying. They are happy, and also January intake, many Philippine students already arrived in Canada, and they are pretty much enjoying their life in Canada. And this could be your life too. So please contact Apple. And I really recommend Philippine students to contact expert who have a lot of experience, especially processing visa, because the school cannot support or explain how you can apply visa. So please contact them and choose the right program. Don't follow others. Don't watch YouTube who success. That's, I can say they were lucky. So maybe you might not be same as them, right? So that's why you have to choose the right program. And don't trust anyone. It's your life, your money, your investment in Canada. So you have to be responsible yourself. So that's why here for you. Feel free to contact us. Okay. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Jay. What I can say is that Fanshawe works really because we are now permanent residents of Canada because my wife studied at Fanshawe. So
right.
Yeah, it works, right? So if you want to immigrate to Canada through student visa pathway and you are still not yet decided what program, which school to go to, I mean, look no more, Fanshawe works, right?
Yes,
So if you're interested, visit gatewaytocanada.com, click study, fill out the form. All the information you need to make an informed decision is there. You will receive it via email. It's not mandatory to hire the services of an immigration consulting firm for purposes of visa application, but certainly we can help you increase your chances of approval by banking on our over 30 years of experience doing this. That being said, thank you very much for your time. Have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Bye, Jay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you. Appreciate it always.
My pleasure.